Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, hello, my name is Joanna, and I would really love it if you guys got your favorite coffee, your favorite tea, or any kind of drink that you prefer, because I really want you guys to kind of sit down with me and have a chat. In today's video, we are going to be talking about adulting because, as you guys know, adulting can be really hard. We're all going through so many emotions, so many feelings, so many thoughts, physical changes, and it can just be really overwhelming. This video is sponsored by The Reserve. The Reserve is a US-based superfood brand. If you've never heard of a superfood, it's basically food that is really rich in nutrients, so many people consume them in order to improve their overall health. Many are plant-based, meaning that they are vegan, but just keep in mind that some do contain fish and dairy. Quick disclaimer, I am not a doctor or a healthcare provider. So if you are unsure about trying any of these products in which I am going to mention, please go ahead and seek a medical professional or your healthcare provider. The first thing I noticed when I received the products is that they were really small. I mean, they were smaller than I expected, and there's actually a really good reason behind that. Unlike other brands, they keep really low stocks of their products, and it's basically to make sure that these don't sit on the shelf for too long. I had no idea that these superfoods basically oxidize the same way that fruits and vegetables do. I'm guilty of sometimes buying products, and once I open it, I don't use it for a long time. So I really like the fact that this basically decreases the chances of it going to waste because it's much smaller. Please to keep in mind that all of the products here are third-party tested, and not only that, but all of the ingredients come from literally all over the world. There's a lot more information about that on the website, and if you are curious, just click on the link that I have right below. These past few months for me have been horrible. I only say that because at my current job, I feel that this year has been the most overwhelming for me. No matter what I do, I keep being stressed and more stressed, and I keep bringing that stress home. At the beginning of the school year, I was having this really horrible stomach pain, and I didn't know what was going on. And it got to the point where I couldn't even move a chair in the classroom without me, being in pain. So I went to the doctor, and they basically found a cyst in my stomach. I've never really had any health problems, luckily. So when I heard that, I really freaked out. The problem was basically just stress. He told me that I was way too stressed, and he noticed, after tracking it for a while, that the only time it really appeared was when I was in really stressful situations. Hearing that just made me even more overwhelmed because I'm the kind of person that if you tell me not to stress out, I'm going to stress out. On a brighter note, when the Reserve sent me these products, I was like a little minion, and I was just researching everything to make sure that, one, these products were safe for me. Two, I really wanted to know more about the ingredients because these have some ingredients that I've never heard of before. So, curiosity kind of came over me. And three, I wanted to learn more about the Reserve and just to see exactly what their motto is and what they believe in. The first product that I want to share with you guys is this hair, skin, and nails gummies. This specific bottle has 60 gummies, and you're supposed to take one serving a day, and the one serving is 2 gummies. And one of the things I really like about this one is the heart shapes. They are the cutest little things, and they taste really good. For the longest, I used to consume gummies, and I had no idea what gelatin was made out of. And when I found out, it kind of creeped me out, to be honest. So even though I'm not vegan, anytime I'm going to take gummies, I always make sure that it's vegan. The vitamins that are included here are vitamin A, C, D3, E, B6, folate, vitamin B12, biotin, calcium D, potassium, and zinc. So really good stuff. And also I love the fact that it's delicious because I know that sometimes vitamins can taste like medicine, and I don't like them when they taste like medicine. This doesn't taste like medicine, so I really do recommend these, and I feel like gummies are just so easy and fun to take, so A+. Next product. This is an energy boost powder, and it's called Stronger Than Yesterday. The really cool thing about this one is that a lot of people actually use this as a coffee replacement or a coffee alternative. So for all of my friends that are obsessed with coffee, I know that some of you guys are trying to step back, but it's really hard because coffee can be really addicting. You basically use it to wake yourself up and to go throughout the day, but then once you stop using it, you feel like you really need it. So this is really good for that. I'm not a coffee person myself. I actually don't like coffee at all. I love the smell of it, but the taste of it, it's not my favorite. I've tried different kinds of coffee, and it's just not for me. I'm more of a tea person. So when I first got this, I was really nervous about trying it because I didn't want it to taste like coffee. But ironically, it didn't taste like coffee at all to me. It actually tasted like chocolate. My favorite way of using this product is I basically get a cup. I add oat milk, I add oat milk, a little bit of chia seeds, and then I mix this in with this. I put it in the fridge overnight, and the next day it kind of looks like arroz con leche. It's like this really nice kind of rice pudding, but it's a chia pudding. Well, it is a chia pudding. And then I can add any kind of toppings. For example, honey, or what's that thing called, like brown sugar, and it tastes delicious. It's so good. Now, before we jump into the next product, I really want to talk about skin, and I want to talk about skincare because it is so important. I noticed that in the past 2 years, my skin started becoming really, really, really dry. And that made me so self-conscious because it got to the point where I felt if I was moving my lips, this area was like stretching, and I felt that my eyes, like right over here, I felt that it was just so dry. And I felt that every time I spoke to somebody, that was the first thing they were looking at. When I first started getting into skincare, I bumped into a word called collagen. And this, my friends, is a collagen booster. Collagen is a protein that all of us make. Our bodies naturally make collagen, and you can find it everywhere. We have it in our teeth, we have it in our gums, we have it in our nails, in our hair, in our eyebrows. It's all over our body, and it's basically responsible for us having really healthy joints and skin elasticity. Sadly, as we get older, the collagen that our body already has starts to break down, and it becomes super hard for our body to keep producing it. And that's when we start noticing all of the fine wrinkles on our face, and we start feeling the dry skin. And on top of that, we start noticing that our skin is basically not as tight as it used to be. Now let's look at the ingredients. 1, it has rose and acerola cherry, which are basically really good for anti-aging and skin benefits. 2, hyaluronic acid. I love, love, love a really good and strong hyaluronic acid because it helps with the skin, especially in the face. 3, tremolo mushrooms, which are known to be really rich with vitamin D. 4, rice peptides, which improve microcirculation and increases fibroblast proliferation. And the last 2 ingredients are coconut powder and monk fruit, which are used as natural sweeteners to give it the great taste that it has. Out of all the products that the Reserve sent me, these and the gummies have to be the 2 products that I've used every single day religiously. And I think it's because I just always wanted to try collagen, and all of the benefits kind of stick in the back of my head every single day. This collagen powder is a little bit on the thicker side, so at first I was having difficulties with having it mix in cold water and ice and all that kind of good stuff. And if I was trying to put it with oat milk, it was kind of difficult. So I noticed that this one tastes the best, and it's just super easy to mix when it has hot water. So I really like having this one with tea. I usually have it in the mornings, but like let's say I'm rushing to go to work and I don't have time in the mornings. As soon as I come home from work, I just quickly boil some water, put it in the cup. I quickly put this in before I put the tea bag. And I've also dealt with a lot of family illnesses and sicknesses and sadly deaths that I never had to experience when I was growing up. Before I knew it, everything that was going on around me was just affecting me mentally, physically. I was getting sick all the time, and that was making me even more stressed because I felt that it was something that I really couldn't control. So the next 3 products that I'm about to mention are actually products that help us fight stress, but they also help us fight infection. And from my experience, whenever I get stressed, it means that I'm just slowly going to get sick. Next product. This is the organic blue spirulina plant-based superfood powder. Some of the reasons why many people take this is because of the fact that it reduces cholesterol, reduces fatigue, helps with metabolism, and fights infections. I'll read some of the back for you guys. Blue spirulina is known to support healthy inflammatory response and is packed with antioxidants. Blue spirulina may also be used for weight loss, gut health, stress, and fatigue. Out of all of the powders, it's actually the smallest one. It has the tiniest amount, and that's simply because you do not need a tablespoon when you're adding this onto your mixture. You only need 1/4 of a tablespoon. I use this in the kitchen whenever I'm trying to be fancy, and I only say that because adding a little bit of this to any dish or meal quickly turns it blue. Next, this is the Elderberry Superfood Powder. I don't know if you guys have ever heard about it, but this is my first time ever hearing about it, and out of all of the products, this one is the easiest one for me to work with because it just mixes so easily. And it has such a sweet smell to it, and it tastes so good. I didn't know that this is actually used in many cough syrups, and people use this to fight the common cold, the flu, because it just really works to boost up that immune system that we already have. Lately, the weather in New York City has been bonkers, and it's been driving me crazy. One day it's a beautiful 20-degree weather outside, and then the next day it's like 70 degrees, but then the following day it's super sunny in the morning, and then there's like a hail and snowstorm warning on our phones. Crazy, absolutely crazy. So I'm really happy that this came into my life at this point in time because I use it all day long. It actually doesn't say that you can only use it one time. So every time I'm drinking water, just to spice things up a little bit, just to make it really sweet, I just put like 1/2 tablespoon on there. And don't worry, in the next few weeks, I'll be updating you guys on these products, and I'll share them with you guys on Insta and on YouTube. So if you're not following me on Insta, go ahead and follow me now. Here it says that this powder helps us balance our mood, increases energy, fights stress, It's also a major cold and flu relief, and it eases allergies. And last but definitely not least is the Maca Powder. If you guys have TikTok, Instagram, or any other social media platform, you probably heard about this. And that's only because people rave about it. People swear by it. People love it. Just like the elderberry, this is also an adaptogen. It helps us balance our mood, increases energy, fight stress, and it's really rich in antioxidants and nutrients. And lastly, it's an endurance booster. This one has a stronger taste and smell than any of the other products, so I never use this alone with just water or even in something like tea. I have to use this whenever I'm baking, or let's say I'm getting something like yogurt. I mix just a tiny bit of this one with some yogurt, and then I add some honey, some lemon, and I know that this was a lot of information for you guys to take in, and trust me, I had to do a lot of research before actually filming this video and putting it out there, because I wanted to make sure that all of the products here were safe for us to try, and also that there was some kind of research behind the reason why people use this. As I'm getting older, I think it's really important for me and for others to educate ourselves on these health supplements and basically treat them as such. I don't recommend anybody to replace their meals with any of this, not at all. On the contrary, I think that whatever meals we're already having, we should just level them up. We should just improve them by adding a little bit of this. If you're interested in any of these products or you want to learn more about them, there is a website link right below. I'm also including my coupon code Joanna50 in case you guys want to purchase and try any of them. Please do keep in mind that code is only active for 1 month. Also, if you have any questions regarding the products and or my experience with them that I did not address in the video, please go ahead and comment below and I will be sure to answer as quickly as possible. If you guys made it this far into my video, please go ahead and click that like and subscribe button and comment below what was the most interesting thing that you learned about superfoods today. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that you stick around for my next video. Bye guys!